This is interesting. World's largest snake species has virgin birth from yesterday. A 20-foot python from a zoo in America has given birth without the help of a mate. Thelma, an 11-year-old reticulated python, the longest species of snake in the world, laid 61 eggs in the summer of 2012. This is despite having had no contact with a male in her 4 years at the Louisville Zoo in Kentucky. After 6 months of extensive tests on the shed skins of the mother and her daughters, a study published this July in the Biological Journal of the Linnean Society confirmed that Thelma was the sole parent in the first recorded example of a virgin birth in the species. Bill McMahon, curator of ectotherms at Louisville Zoo, told National Geographic, "We didn't know what we were seeing. We had attributed it to stored sperm. I guess sometimes truth is stranger than fiction." A lot of times. The research revealed that offspring were in fact the result of terminal fusion automixis, a process whereby cells known as polar bolides fuse within the egg to trigger cell division, effectively acting as sperm. McMahon added, "It's not uncommon for a snake to lay infertile eggs, so the staff was surprised when the eggs appeared to be full and healthy instead of shrunken and discolored shells. It's a very exciting thing to be able to witness something like this firsthand, especially something that has never been documented before in this species. Virgin births have been observed in other species of reptiles, including other pythons, as well as birds and sharks. The process of fatherless reproduction in animals that normally require two parents is called parthenogenesis, although it is still a mystery to scientists who are unable to explain the phenomenon." They did explain the phenomenon. They explain it right here in the last sentence of this page. The research revealed that offspring were in fact the result of terminal fusion automixis, a process whereby cells known as polar bolides fuse with the egg to trigger cell division, effectively acting as a sperm. So how could you say you don't know the process when you just said you knew the process? So science is so funny. I'll just say funny these days. You know the process. You might not know exactly how it works, but that's what science is for, to figure things like that out. But there's probably no funding in that, so therefore nothing's going to be done about it. I don't want to get negative about this. This is kind of a good story. But again, this happened in 2012. The study came out in July, and the article came out yesterday. That's, again, how science works. It's very ivory tower, locked away, compartmentalized, and anything that really happens, we don't hear about it till years later. Depressing, but it's just the way it is with the current power structure. It just goes to show what people and what science think they know. It's really just made up. It's what they assume they know. So anytime you trace back genetic trees and try to figure out things like that, somewhere along the line you could have had a virgin birth. That the mother was the mother and there was no father, and it throws off all the code and all the markers you're looking for. Just nature is going to do what it does, Jurassic Park style. I mean, you just have a snake alone in the woods and it starts laying eggs. It doesn't need another snake to come along and take care of business. Same thing, I guess they said with sharks and some birds. And if it's happening in those species, they're all external egg-laying species. But, I mean, if it could happen to them, I'm sure it happens to other external egg-laying species, and we just have not recorded it yet. Still so much to be known and so much to be discovered, and unfortunately, very little information is actually making it to us.